Ooh, so.
So yeah, we need to go to the library, and the fastest way to get there is just pop this. And we get the final bag. To be honest with you, the whole text flashing across the screen thing doesn't really bother me. Yes, the controller vibrates and everything, but, so what? It's up to you who you want to bring. At this point, it really doesn't matter because we have, well, I'm going to stick with Daimon, but we should be getting close to the finale. This bookshelf is filled with all sorts of encyclopedias and pictorial books. Nothing about florography. Books about plants are arranged on this shelf. Now that I think about it, flower language was mentioned in the binder we found in the old building. Are there any books about florography here? Bingo. I grab a book about florography from the shelf and look for the entries about hydrangea, bellflowers, and cosmos. Hydrangea. Blue flowers that bloom from early to midsummer. In florography, it's used to indicate frigidity, regret, and capriciousness. Bellflowers. Bluish-purple flowers that bloom from summer to autumn. The florography of the bellflower is unwavering love. And the cosmos. Before modern-day cultivars became predominant, cosmos were short-day plants, so the white, peach, and red flowers bloomed in autumn. It is used to represent harmony and the pure heart of a maiden. This may be useful for our investigation. Let's borrow it. May as well just take the whole library while we're at it. We already took 3 articles plus this. I don't think we're supposed to borrow books without permission, but this time I'll make an exception. Otherwise we'd have show rough them up. Say, Light? I think we've done a solid job of gathering information about Kashima. At this point we might benefit from organizing our thoughts before continuing. How does that sound to you? Sure, let's go back to the infirmary and discuss what we've learned with the others. I shared all the knowledge we've gained with the other mark bearers. A super complicated case with a bunch of people involved, huh? Situations like this, my boss always tells me to organize the information chronologically. I guess this all started with Rei Kashima and her teacher's love affair. Kashima seemed to be blindly in love with the teacher. That love letter we found in the gymnasium makes it pretty obvious. Kashima must have written that. Her feelings sure were intense. She got a pair of scissors from him and already started thinking about marriage. But who's the teacher? There may be a clue about the teacher's identity among the items we collected. If you gave me this to him, so I have no idea who the teacher is. Well, the name of the pencil case is Sosuke Hirose. That doesn't mean he's the teacher. The notebook probably belonged to the teacher, so that teacher had the initials SH and he was the art teacher, and he said he lost his brass pencil case somewhere. Hold on, does that mean... Yeah, it's most likely the pencil case Sho and I found. Sosuke Hirose is engraved on the case, and our unknown teacher's initials are SH. The note and the case belong to the same person, and that can only mean one thing. Impressive, Light. I agree with you. The teacher Kashima was in love with was Sosuke Hirose, the art teacher. He didn't strike me as someone who was hopelessly in love with his student, though. Even if he admired Kashima, he still maintained his distance as a teacher. Though he never let Kashima know what he was doing. If he made that clear, Kashima wouldn't still be clinging to her love in the afterlife. What a passionate girl. I can't believe she continued to love her teacher even after death. So what made her become a spirit anyway? It is strange. The dead only become spirits if they have grudges, which means that Kashima remains in this world because she's trying to avenge herself. So what's her grudge? We have yet to discover that, but her target's mentioned in the rumor. Wait, for real? How's the fact she stabs people to death with scissors connected to her target in any way? If that's true, then... Ah, crap. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to do these last just in case you get a unique line for doing one of the other ones. Oh well. It's the thing she chants. Yukami Oshin Jimon Abe. That's her target. What? You're not making any sense. That's just a bunch of random crap. How's that pointing to anything? Sound it out and think about it, Sho. This is what she actually says. Are you Kamio, Shinji, Manabe? Ah. Kashima is searching for her fellow club members. Kamio, Shinji, and Manabe. She's definitely doing it to avenge herself. But Kamio and Shinji are... Exactly, Kashima already killed them 5 years ago. But she doesn't realize that. For her, time has probably stood still since the moment of her death. I wonder why she despises the three of them. To tell you the truth about that, I was shown a strange vision on 2 different occasions when we were investigating. I recount the scenes I saw to the other 3. The first one was a scene of Manabe scheming something after discovering Kashima's love letter. The other one was a scene of Manabe seducing the teacher along with the sound of a shudder. Wow, a spiritual vision? That's so amazing. No wonder you're called the Spirit Doctor. I'll pitch that story to my boss. Come on, Watanabe, take this more seriously. So, in short, Manabe and her friends had hatched a plot to drive Kashima and the teacher apart. So that's why Kashima despises them. Correct. I have no idea what happened to Kashima and her beloved teacher after that. What the hell? That's literally the most important piece of info we need to discover Kashima's grudge. Light? Miss Sakamoto might know something about it. She was working here when it happened. You think she'd tell me something like that? She hates my guts. With this much evidence, I don't think she can evade your questions anymore. Plus, you can always drop Mr. Konoe's name if push comes to shove. Looks like the time to unwrap the dark secret of the tragedy 5 years ago has come. A tragedy that originated with Kashima's love. Still in the middle. How's it go? Clowns on the left of me, Joker's on the right. What else could you possibly want from me, Mr. Light? It's getting quite late and I want to go home. Just wanted to ask you one last question before that. I want to know the truth behind the incident 5 years ago. I tell her what I've learned about the relationship between Kashima and the teacher, as well as Manabe and the others. To think you'd uncover that much so quickly, just who on earth are you? Tell me, Miss Sakamoto, what did Manabe and the others do 5 years ago? What happened to Kashima and Hirose? I should never have worked overtime tonight. Not only did I work late, but now I'm forced to recall an unpleasant incident. Sorry about that. Hush, it's too late for your apologies now. So what do you want to know? Why she's hiding the truth. Because it may affect the school's reputation. I can't let outsiders know about it. What Manabe did. Just recalling the incident after you brought it up is already causing me great discomfort. 5 years ago, a picture was posted on the school's bulletin board. It was Mr. Hirose and a female student in her underwear. That student was Megumi Manabe from 3rd year. Naturally, we called them both and inquired about the incident. Manabe admitted she was the girl in the picture, but claimed Mr. Hirose seduced her first. Meanwhile, Mr. Hirose denied it and claimed Manabe had set him up. Unfortunately for him, Manabe's father was a prominent figure in H City. In order to protect his daughter's future, he placed all the blame squarely on Mr. Hirose. That led to Mr. Hirose being dismissed in disgrace. Mr. Hirose was a delicate, artistic person. The dismissal and surrounding circumstances left him unable to even draw due to stress. Then he turned to alcohol. Late one night when he was driving, his car plunged into the ocean and he died. There were skid marks from the tires where the car left the road, but who can really know if it was suicide or something else? That is what I know about the incident from 5 years ago. Kashima's suicide. Rei Kashima committed suicide after Mr. Hirose died. She tore open her stomach. It was beyond gruesome. The wound was so deep it almost reached her back and severed her body in two. So she killed herself after her teacher's death. And the weapon she used, could it have been the very same scissors she received from Mr. Hirose? She probably chose to take her life that way as a testament of her love for him. Her family put those scissors in her coffin and cremated them along with her corpse. You sure know an awful lot about this, don't you? Right down to the present he gave her. I learned this from Kamio. What she heard from Kamio? She had been trying to cope with her feelings ever since Kashima committed suicide. It was around that time she came to me. I guess she wanted to feel a little better by unburdening herself with that secret. So you were made aware of Kashima and Mr. Hirose's relationship at that time, as well as Manabe's evil scheme. Yes, Kamio told me. Since she seemed to regret her actions, I told her to visit Kashima's grave. And then she promised to go there with her friend. That friend being Student S. What about Manabe? She didn't go. She hated Kashima far more than the other two. She probably blamed Kashima for everything that happened. Now I understand how their decisions affected their lives. And deaths. Kamio and Shinji went to a cemetery. When they did, they were marked by Kashima. Manabe survived simply because she didn't go. And now I've told you all I know. Now I suppose you're going to expose the school's sordid past. Rest assured, I'm not going to tell a soul. Is that so? Speaking of souls, you remind me a bit of the late Mr. Hirose. Me and Hirose? He had a hard time adapting to the school's etiquette. He was simply an artist through and through. He was always getting worked up over trivial things and could be a little childish. Why should an adult be so serious about a student's love or some silly rumors about the departed? I'll use your opinion as a reference. I'll be going then. Don't forget to lock the door. Miss Sakamoto grabs her rabbit-shaped handbag and leaves the place. Let's head out of here, too. We don't have any business here anymore. Is that Daimon's phone vibrating? Nakamura's calling. What's wrong? Alright, I'll pass the phone off to Light. He has to talk with you. He sounds quite panicked. I grab the phone and pull it to my ear. It's me. Massive news, Mr. Light. It's beyond massive. I had no idea she was just around the block. Calm down, Ada. What happened? It's Megumi Manabe, the gold prize. She's in H-City right now. What the? I found her name on a local news broadcast. Manabe got off the bus in front of S Cemetery this evening, and then she suddenly just screamed and ran onto the road. She got hit by a car. She suffered minor injuries, but she was taken to the nearby hospital just in case. Do you know which hospital it is? I think it's the one near M Tower Station, K Hospital. Got it, thanks. Oh, one other thing, Mr. Light. I'm about to take off. Do you need anything else? I'm good. I'll call you if I need anything. Thanks for today, Eita. No problem. See you later. What did Nakamatsu say? He knows where Manabe is. I'll share the details once we're back in the infirmary. I want Sho to know this as well. Once we're in the infirmary, I tell him about how Manabe ended up in K Hospital. I'm just guessing, but do you think Manabe screamed out of nowhere because... Yeah, she most likely saw Slit-Mouthed Kashima. Damn, isn't she, like, fucked right now? Kashima marked Kamio and Shinji when they went to her grave, didn't she? That means Manabe is... That's really bad. We have to go to the hospital and protect Manabe. Except visiting hours ended a long time ago. It'll be tough to enter the hospital. I'll do something about it. Mr. Konoe's younger brother is actually the director at K Hospital. Maybe we can get a pass if we ask Mr. Konoe. How do we get to the hospital? Ain't a lot of buses running at this time? Are we gonna hop in your car then? I actually didn't bring my car today, sorry. Same here, I took my car in for inspection. Let's just take a taxi then. It might be expensive, but you got the dough, right, old man? No, I'm a poor investigator. Daimon immediately calls Mr. Konoe and has him ask K Hospital's director for permission to enter. Doesn't take long before we're granted permission to visit Manabe. Let's head to the main gate once we're all ready. I've called us a taxi. So that should be enough to kick us into the finale. Let's get to the hospital. Manabe's in danger. I know there's not much time, but what awaits you there is unknown. Let me know if you need sacred objects. And they just repeat that. Okay, so this is pretty much our last chance to go around and get any of the missing souls you did not get, but you should have everything by now. So it's a good thing they didn't let us explore the school since they didn't leave anything there. Curious they'll even let us walk past the entrance. Cannot go upstairs to the art room. Looks like we can still go to the corridor, but keep in mind if you did not grab the stuff upstairs, you're locked out now. We can go outside from here, but we may not be able to come back here for a while once we leave. The taxi's already parked in front of the gate. I board the taxi with Daimon and ask the driver to take us to K Hospital. The entrance is this way, come on. I still want to look around, just for completion's sake, if nothing else. We can't go back just yet, we need to go to K Hospital. There's an old bench here. Time and disrepair have started rusting the metal bits of the bench. Well, that was fast. Mr. Konoe is already inside the hospital waiting. I came as fast as I could once I got your call, Light. Is the new target really here? Come to think of it, Mr. Konoe hasn't seen the new notice. I don't have the time to go into too much detail, but the target, Megumi Manabe, is hospitalized here. Slit-Mouthed Kashima wants vengeance for an incident that occurred 5 years ago. Sounds like a serious problem. The director said Manabe is in room 303. She already knows we're coming. Let's hurry up and meet her. I'll be waiting here. It'll only cause problems if we all enter the room at once. Both of us head to the lift after parting with Mr. Konoe. We get off on the 3rd floor and walk down the empty hallway. Our destination is room 303. What's that? Looks like a hospital bed. I don't know what this thing is. There might be a little bit of reason to be concerned. 2 silhouettes are projected on the curtain. One is a person sitting on the bed, and the other silhouette looks rather odd. Leave me alone already. How many times have you stood by my bedside and told me to come to your grave? I've gone there now. Are you satisfied? Please, just get lost. I'm begging you. With a trembling voice, the girl who is likely Manabe pleads to the figure next to her. That figure must be Slit-Mouthed Kashima. Manabe is in danger. What is this feeling? My legs won't move. My legs, they're as stiff as iron bars. This is bad, I can't even speak. The same goes for Daimon. I can tell he's panicking. Give it back. Give his scissors back to me. His scissors, you said? Didn't your mother put them in your coffin during your funeral? I don't have them. But I bought the same scissors for you. If this is what you want, please just go and rest in peace. I don't want to see you ever again. Stabby, stabby. Give his scissors back to me. Yep, you just armed the ghost. Slit-Mouthed Kashima's figure disappears. At the same moment, I regain control of my legs. What? What was that? Manabe... There's no answer. Kashima must have... I have to check the other side of the curtain. Nah, I'm good. The curtain's dyed red with blood. I grab it with trembling hands and open it. The sharp smell of blood assaults my nose. Lying on the bed is a corpse with scissors bursting from her body. The wet red scissors gleam brightly when bathed in the light of my flashlight. Her contorted expression reflects the fear and pain she felt at the moment she was murdered. My thoughts start swirling amidst the thick, nauseating smell of blood. 5 years ago, Manabe's scheme sent both Kashima and Hirose to their graves. 5 years later, after visiting Kashima's grave, Manabe falls prey to Kashima's revenge. I guess this is an extreme case of what goes around comes around. The lifeless figure on the bed is not a doll, but a human being who had lived over 20 years. She had a future ahead of her. She also had a family and friends that loved her. But despite the horrible abrupt ending, this isn't something you can simply label a tragic situation. This was also karma. I know you must be shocked, Light. We're in deep trouble if someone sees this. Let's tell Mr. Konoe immediately. Are you done with the questioning already? Mr. Konoe, I need you to stay calm and listen to me. Manabe is... I tell him what happened in room 303. What did you say? There's been another victim after Haruaki? I'll go check the room myself first and call my brother, the director after that. I return to 303 along with Mr. Konoe. The curtain is no longer stained red. Manabe's grotesque corpse is also nowhere in sight. Where's the corpse? She should be here, lying on that bed. On the bed? But there's only a small box here. A small box, you said. There is indeed a small box near the pillow. The small box is deceptively heavy. Stylish lettering reads, Tsubame Scissors, which leads me to believe there are scissors inside. These must be the scissors Manabe bought for Kashima. So, Manabe's corpse has disappeared just like Izumi's and Horikoshi's. For goodness sake, what strings am I going to pull to cover this up? Can I leave this matter to you? Sure, I'll find a way to do something about it. Sounds wrong, but I'm glad the corpse is gone. I can just say the patient ran away. While the hospital will be held accountable for this, we'll manage somehow. I've got a lot of friends in high places. Honestly, this guy's acting pretty immoral, but it's not like I have any right to criticize him. Mr. Konoe is just doing some distasteful things in order to try and help us save lives. Thanks, I owe you one. If you don't mind, I'd much rather receive a report of this case being closed than your thanks. Make no mistake, I'm not risking my neck for you. What I do to protect my school and my students. If you're done with your business here, then make yourself scarce. Things can only take a turn for the worse if anyone sees you here. So we get the Kamio, Shinji, and Manabe notes. At Mr. Konoe's urging, we make a hasty exit from K Hospital. Thought we were going to ride back with him, to be honest. I failed to protect another one. We both failed again. I know that's going to be tearing you up inside. I failed to save Manabe and lost my lead in the process. All I've got left is disappointment. I didn't expect Kashima to show up at Manabe's place and tell her to visit her grave. Kashima sure likes doing things the roundabout way, huh? Who knows? Maybe she can only attack people who have visited her grave. The only reason Manabe survived to this point is probably because she never went to her grave. Guess humans and spirits are both bound by their own strict rules, huh? Why now, though? 5 years have passed since the incident. Perhaps it's because of the departed. Like maybe Kashima's been gaining power ever since the departed starting to show up at school. Sometimes the presence of a certain spirit will cause other spirits to behave in a more proactive way. I've had to deal with similar things on previous cases. So what should we do now? Well, we don't have a lot to work with, so we should go back to the school and reorganize for our next investigation. Works for me. Let's do that. Shall we take the bus back to the school? Time is no longer of the essence. Let's have Mr. Konoe deal with Manabe's disappearance. Old bench here, yada yada. So we meet again, huh, Mr. Light? It must be fate. Are you following me or what? Who can say? Even a mere illusionist wouldn't let anything slip that would reveal their secrets. Your inquiry is pure stupidity to me. Can you at least tell me your name, then? Oh my, I haven't introduced myself? How rude of me. The name is Haruaki Abe. My given name references the great exorcist who founded Tsuchimikado. I don't really recognize the Haruaki thing, but I recognize the Abe part. I'm sure you'll agree that it is a suitable name for one who possesses my talents. Unfortunately, my name uses different kanji. Haruaki Abe. That name sounds familiar. So you're the one who borrowed the graduation album. Oh, so you're aware. Seems my furtiveness has been weighed and found wanting. So you've also been digging into the spirit in the gymnasium. Mind telling me what you're trying to accomplish? Why, I have the same motivation as you, Mr. Light. I wish to unravel the mystery behind the spirits lurking in Konohara Academy, including the true identity of the departed. Don't play with fire. It's dangerous. It is I who wishes to convey the gravity of the situation to you, Mr. Light. You should give up. Before Slit-Mouthed Kashima kills you. Me? Killed by Kashima? My left eye perceives it quite vividly, the jet-black thread anchored to your back. You have been marked by Kashima. She has branded you as her next target. Do you feel like running now? Not at all. This is my job. Oh really? To be expected from one bestowed the moniker of Spirit Doctor. May you survive this devilish night. Abe throws us a mysterious sign before he leaves. Am I really her next target? If he's telling the truth, then... Some time has passed since the bus left K Hospital. Daimon and I are the only passengers. We'll pass S Cemetery soon. Manabe got off at this bus stop this evening. The only reason she came here was that Kashima kept urging her to visit her grave. And in the end, 5 years later, Manabe was murdered like Kamiyo and Shinji. I visited her grave as well. Her next target is you. The possibility was always there. Abe pointing it out to me merely reinforced it. Investigating spirits naturally involves bringing ourselves closer to them. The more you approach, the more likely it is that you'll catch their attention. Learning that one has targeted me is nothing unusual. Over there. If you can see it on the right side, look at the silhouette. On the other side of the window, a bus going the opposite direction stops. A tall woman stands near the bus stop. Is she perhaps... The bus drives past a cemetery. Did you hear that? Yeah. The bus is approaching the M-Town shop bus stop. Again. I spot her standing near the bus stop. You, Kamio, Shinji, and Manabe's friend. The bus continues past M Town Shop. Is she following us? What should we do? Well, Abe's right. Kashima is targeting me. I need to improvise a plan before this bus arrives at the school. This is just a hunch, but I don't think we're ready to save her just yet. I'd like to return to the school once, be ready to sprint as soon as the bus stops. Guess I have no choice, I'll do my best. Come on, Daimon. Wait, I don't have that kind of stamina. We jump off the bus and hit the ground running. The sound of footsteps along with a metallic scraping are following close behind us. You, Kamio, Shinji, Manabe's friend. Just a little bit further. The school gate is just ahead. Where's Kashima? She's not following us anymore. Did she give up? I really hope so. She's a vengeful spirit who's been haunting this place for 5 years and just killed Manabe earlier. We might have bought some time, but she's persistent. She's coming after us sooner or later. Until then, I have to think of a way to appease her resentment and save her soul. What should we do? Only my beloved teacher can save my soul. Be my teacher at the place full of our memories. What was that voice? The gentle whisper of a girl, definitely not the departed's voice. What's wrong, Light? You look intoxicated. Yep, teaching has driven me to drink. Ignoring Daimon, I try to decipher what the voice said. Only my beloved teacher can save my soul. Be my teacher and come to the place full of our memories. Come on, damn it, think. What does she mean by that? What does she want me to do? Kashima clearly considers Hirose to be her beloved teacher. That's who would have to save her soul. Sakamoto told me that I was similar to Hirose in a way. That means I may be able to get her attention by pretending to be Hirose. And once I have her attention, I should be able to deliver a message her soul will hear. That's it. That must be what the voice meant. For Kashima and Hirose, the old building's art room was a place full of memories. I need to go there and pretend to be Hirose. I got it. I know a way to remove Kashima's resentment and purify her. Come again? I tell Daimon my idea. I'm claiming that's my idea because mentioning the gentle whisper I heard would just confuse matters. I see. That reminds me, didn't you pretend to be a teacher on our first case together? Yeah, I guess it must be fate. Now that we got a plan, our destination is the art room in the old building. But first we need to prepare ourselves. Who knows what we'll end up facing? Don't want to see you die. I'll protect Watanabe should Kashima show up here. Use Daimon's phone to call me if you're in trouble. We will be taking Daimon as our partner for this. This is... Beyond my gaze is the departed. What do they want now? My dear husband, Kashima's resentment killed Gold Prize. Her next target is you. See, she is coming. Should you survive, you will become my real husband. Her next target is you, yada yada, just a repeat. I can hear Kashima's footsteps coming from the new building. With the departed in front of us and Kashima approaching from behind, this is the worst situation imaginable. Let your bride eat the soul. The soul of Kashima who has been completely saved. Should her soul taste awful, I shall eat the scapegoat's soul instead. And that should be Sakamoto. And that scapegoat is... delinquent. She's going after Sho. The departed's presence abruptly vanishes. Delinquent, don't tell me. This is bad, the footsteps are coming closer. Let's run to the old building, Light. But the next scapegoat is... we have to go, quick. Daimon grabs my arm violently and drags me straight to the old building. Kashima's footsteps can still be heard from a distance. I have to hurry, yet I can't think straight. The departed next scapegoat is Delinquent. Delinquent has to be Sho. Should we fail to fully redeem Kashima's soul, Sho will be killed. Hey, Daimon? Is now the best time? Let's focus on running. He's right, I can't save Sho if I don't deal with the pressing issue at hand. There's no way to save Slit-Mouthed Kashima's soul if she catches us before I can play teacher. Alright, let's head to the art room. Did you notice, Light? I can no longer hear Kashima's footsteps. There's no way she simply gave up. If anything, I should expect that she'll be here shortly. We'd better hurry and get ready before she's here, Daimon. Right, about that. Speaking of getting ready, how are you planning to impersonate Hirose? About that. The 3 people connected to Kashima were all killed. Worse still, Kashima is persistently after us, thinking we are friends of those 3. We need to calm her rage, so we need to prove we're not their friends. We will need more info on Kashima's background, specifically anything to do with scissors. If I pretended to be Hirose, how can I be the Hirose that Kashima desires? I need to come up with a plan to be a convincing Hirose and put her soul to rest. Perhaps her treasured scissors also play an important role here. Are those scissors the ones Manabe tried to return to her? I was thinking about trying to use one of the statues, but apparently they just don't do anything. According to his notebook, Hirose felt the happiest when he was drawing something here, and Kashima felt the happiest when she was watching him draw. Shall I recreate those happy memories, then? I can hear what sounds like Kashima's footsteps approaching from the outside. Do you hear that, Light? Yeah, Kashima's coming for us. The sound of the footsteps stops just outside the school building. The art room is on the 2nd floor, though. I doubt she'll climb the wall. I'm not even gonna make the joke. A familiar sense of painful discomfort wells up within my arm. What's wrong, Light? What's wrong with your arm? Kill, kill, kill. Kashima obviously considers us enemies. If scissors burst out of my arm again, I'll no longer be able to pretend I'm Hirose. What will we do now? Light! Kashima has lumped us in with Manabe and the others. If we can show her that we're not friends with them, she'll stop being hostile toward us. So our first priority should be doing something to prove we're different from them. Maybe we can empathize with Kashima and make her think that we're with her. Okay, I'm splicing in here just to let you know. I have to redo this because I failed 4 RNG things. Yeah. So it wasn't that I made wrong choices, it was just the RNG decided I have to redo this, which I am not a freaking fan of. Now that I think about it. So, I don't remember if this is normally a 99% chance we have to appeal to the hairdresser side of her. Gently grabbing the back of my hair, Daimon cuts the tips of my hair with the hairdressing scissors. Haven't been taking care of your split ends much, have you, Light? Clean things up back there for me. Daimon, thinking quickly, goes along with my act. Hair. My dream. Kashima really wanted to be a hairdresser, and by the looks of it, we jogged her memory a bit. Looks like this is the right choice. At that moment, Kashima approaches us. While her hostility towards us ebbed a bit, it doesn't mean we're in the clear. Who are you? Mr. Hirose? Are you Mr. Hirose? So in case you're wondering how I lost so much health, is she going to kill me if I'm not her teacher? Come on, gotta pull myself together. Maybe this is all hallucination, just like the encounter at the cemetery. The pain has subsided for now. Though there's no guarantee I'll be able to survive much more of this. What are you gonna do, Light? Are you going to respond to her? Guess I'll try improvising. Kashima thinks I'm Hirose. It's a misunderstanding, but it's the only thing I have to work with right now. This sketchbook might be the key to respond to Kashima's feelings. Like, maybe I can help her finish this flower drawing. So you only use the brown pencil, which is lighter, and I missed this twice. Opening the sketchbook to the unfinished bellflower drawing, I picked up the light brown pencil and draw a line. Bellflower's eternal love, if you don't remember. I add a line on the faint unfinished sketch. Hirose must have loved this pencil. So long as I can finish the sketch Kashima wished for with this pencil. Take a look at this sketch, Kashima. This is my message for you. Bellflower's eternal love. Love. I missed you, Mr. Hirose. Looks like this is the right choice. Kashima's totally by my Hirose act. She moves closer to me. Kashima's mask comes off, revealing countless scissors inside her mouth. I'm sorry, Mr. Hirose. I lost the scissors you gave me. Kashima cries, distraught over losing the scissors she got from Hirose. She's been looking for those scissors for so long. If we find the lost scissors, we should be able to save her soul. What should we do, Light? She's looking for the scissors she got from him. We don't know where those important scissors are. The scissors that Hirose gave Kashima were supposedly burned alongside her corpse during her cremation. If that's the case, the scissors Kashima is searching for are... So you gotta team up with Daimon, go to the scissors in her mouth, and pull the black one. So if you notice, it's a 69% chance. Throwing caution to the wind, we try to pull the scorched scissors from Kashima's mouth. Light, I grabbed the scissors. Nice, let's pull together now. Once we yank the scorched scissors out of Kashima's mouth, we immediately offer them to her. These are the scissors you gave me. Kashima stares at the scorched scissors. She seems happy. Looks like this is the right choice. A pair of scissors charred black, the ones that were cremated together with her corpse. They became part of her even after she became a spirit. Not realizing that, she continued to search fruitlessly for her treasure. Thank you, Mr. Hirose. So yeah, I don't think we missed any actions that time, did we? Slit-Mouthed Kashima's presence had disappeared. We managed to get through it. Yeah. My thoughts turned to the girl who was consumed by the throes of her sad, unrequited love. Until the very end, Hirose only ever saw Kashima as his student. On the other hand, Kashima longed for Hirose's love more than life itself. Hence, I pretended to be Hirose and showed her a vision of the love she wished for. We should be good with this, right? A feeble whisper echoes and dissipates into the darkness. It's a question for the departed who is watching somewhere. The air is getting colder. Don't tell me. Hey. Slit-Mouthed Kashima flashes before my eyes as if mocking my expectations. It reminds me of Hanako's incident, if this is also the departed's doing. Perhaps Kashima's soul isn't completely saved yet. Last time was I, idle, this time it's delinquent. Sho is the scapegoat. What's with the weird look on your face, Light? As heavy and unpleasant as it is, I have to share this important information with him. I told Daimon what the departed told me. Excuse me? Nagashima's the next scapegoat? Daimon is frozen with fear. There's no reason to panic yet. If we manage to completely save Kashima's soul, Sho's life will be spared. You're right, Kashiwagi's still alive. What should we do to completely save her soul, though? Still not sure about that. Light, what are you planning to do with the scissors in your hand? These. It's the pair of scorched black scissors I pulled out of Kashima's mouth. I can't bring myself to just throw away a treasured item filled with her feelings. I'll hang on to them for now. Who knows, we may need them for her full salvation. Got it. I'll put my faith in your intuition. I mean, your supernatural sense. Kashima was infatuated with Hirose. While he only thought of her as a precious student, his gift for her was a platonic act of support for her dream. But it was misunderstood, leading to her loving him more and inciting jealousy from Manabe and her friends. I wonder if Kashima's feelings would have been reciprocated in the future if Manabe and her friends didn't interfere. Instead, her love led to her becoming a vengeful spirit. I hope these scissors can save her soul. But I got a bad feeling once Kashima appeared again after our battle, like with Hanako. I guess we could have jumped to the infirmary and just not initiated the next step. It's over here. A number of small boxes of hairdresser scissors are lined up on the grave. Now I know why these are here. They were intended to cheer Kashima up because she aspired to be a hairdresser. However, none of them ever made her feel better because the scissors she asked for aren't here. I pull out the scorched black scissors and place them in front of her grave. Then I put my hands together and pray that Kashima will rest in peace. Daimon does the same thing next to me. Is it over now? Yeah. Whenever I visit a grave, I feel kind of lonely, as if the autumn breeze is blowing through my heart. Cold but refreshing at the same time. It's a bit weird. And the bell means you're in the clear. Suddenly, the bell starts to ring loudly. This also happened when we were investigating Hanako's case. Could it be? Is this the full salvation the departed wants? Our investigation has come to an end for tonight. While we managed to survive, we also failed to prevent another casualty. Moe is the only one in the infirmary. I don't see Sho anywhere. Where did he go? Let's try asking Moe. Hey, you're back. Glad to see you're safe. Where's Sho? That's what I was going to ask you. Did he go outside for some fresh air or something? No, didn't you call him, Mr. Daimon? You told him to go to the old building because you guys were in a pinch. Hang on, I never called him. What's going on here? Who called Sho, then? My body immediately goes cold. Immediately after we saved a soul, a marked bear went missing once again. Same thing happened with I, which means this must be the departed's doing. They pretended to be Daimon and lured Sho out. This is bad. Let's go look for Sho, Daimon. How about me? What about you? I'm kidding. You should stay here, Watanabe. No matter what happens, don't leave this room until we return. And don't believe anything anyone says over the phone, understood? Yeah. Be careful, you two. See, my mind's going a little blank here. Hey, old man! Sho comes running from the courtyard. Thank God you're safe, Sho. That should be my line, you know. I rushed over because I heard you guys were in deep shit, but I didn't see you anywhere. Sho, Daimon wasn't the one who called you. I think that was the departed. Seriously? For what? The departed. That thing is... My dear husband, tell me, Do you love me? That must be directed at me. How should I answer them? I remain silent, not knowing how to respond. Mean. Mean. A penetrating scream reverberates throughout my mind. My sight goes red. Is this the departed's curse? Daimon starts coughing incessantly. My heart's pounding like a drum. This is bad if this keeps up. This fucking chump-ass is playing with us. Sho grimaces, but he's trying to bury his fear with rage. He clenches his fists tightly. Sho, stay cool. Don't let them provoke you. You're the departed's target. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna beat him to death. Sho rushes toward the departed. And the instant he throws his punch... Sho? Sho disappears. My body feels a lot lighter than it did a moment ago. What on earth just happened? Light? Daimon calls to me in a hoarse voice, still coughing up a storm. The departed Nagashima are in the old building. Hurry, chase after them. I turn my back on Daimon and rush to the old building. I can hear the sound of someone collapsing behind me, but I have no time to look back. Sho, where are you? I hear a scream from upstairs. Sho! The scream rings out through the building again, filled with anguish. It comes from the hallway. God, I hope I make it in time. I can't find the departed anywhere. All I hear is the wet sound of someone chewing. No way. Is the departed munching on a spirit again like they were last time? The saved Kashima was delicious. I will save my next meal for another night, since I am now full. I must eat a lot, so I can become beautiful and beloved. Oh, I'm back in control. So they actually let you in the classrooms now. Once I enter the classroom, I see Sho collapsed on the ground. Hang in there, Sho. Old man, can you get up? Yeah? My bad, didn't mean to cause you trouble. Sho mumbled a dispirited apology. His normally fierce spirit's been crushed. What in the world happened to you? Dunno. My mind went blank the moment I tried to attack the departed. And just like that, I was here. What was the scream just now, then? I saw something unbelievably disgusting. The departed ripped Kashima apart with a sickle and started munching on her. Right, where's that fucker at now? They're gone. Oh, I don't want to think about that again. A spirit eating another spirit? The departed ate another spirit, just like they ate Hanako of the toilet. Sho must have screamed and fainted at the unfathomable sight. I'm glad he's safe and sound, though. We returned Kashima's scissors to her grave earlier. I guess that must have been the full salvation the departed wanted. Oh yeah. Is old man Daimon safe? Leaving the old building, I find Daimon lying on the floor. He doesn't verbally respond when I call his name. He only lets out a small groan. His breathing so shallow, it's like his life's hanging by a thread. Sho, call an ambulance. Okay. Sho takes out his phone and calls emergency services. Daimon is transferred to K Hospital. He should be treated well there, given that Mr. Konoe's younger brother is the director. Sho, Moe, and I board the ambulance together with him. During the ride, I film Moe in and let her know what happened with Kashima. The ambulance finally arrives at K Hospital. Although he's received treatment, Daimon has yet to regain consciousness. Following a simple examination, he was diagnosed with pneumomycosis. Yep, inhaled too much mold. It's infected his lungs. Common symptoms of the disease are fever, hemoptysis, and coughing. It's unclear if he'll ever regain consciousness. It's also unknown why Sho and I are fine, even though we probably inhaled more than he did. My mind keeps circling back to one thing that could explain this unscientific situation. Is this because of the departed's curse? I think so too. Say, do you think maybe it's a bad idea to get involved in this case? There's no point thinking about it now. No point dwelling on it now. We're involved in this after all. Mr. Light. If only I didn't fuck up. Sho, Moe, back away from this case. Come again? I'll hunt down the departed by myself. What are you talking about? You should pull out of this too. Why do you have to fight him alone? It's too late for me. I've already been marked by them. Hell, I've already been proposed to. Which is even worse. As you already know, spirits are vengeful. No matter how far you run away, they'll still find a way to kill you. You know what happened to Manabe. My only hope of surviving this situation now is to see this all the way through to the end. Old man. But you guys are different. The departed won't target you if you just steer clear of Konoehara Academy. So please, I'm begging you, let this case go. Sho and Moe want to help me out despite knowing the danger. I doubt that my explanation is enough to dissuade them. But I still have to draw the line here. I don't want more people to fall victim to the departed. From here on, I will go after the departed by myself. If the departed's curse would put Daimon in this coma, he may snap out of it if the departed disappears. Wonder what kind of future awaits me. I've reached the point of no return. Chapter 3, Slit-Mouthed Kashima.